Rolling.
Dave!
Hey, another spectacularly captivating world premiere video. You can't take your eyes off of it, and you can only see it here, live on Dave TV.
Hey, what's going on, you guys? Welcome back to another checklist vlog. This vlog is going to be about Little Mountain Sound and the bands that came and recorded here in the 80s and 90s. Some of the bands being Metallica with the Black Album, Bon Jovi, Motley Crue, Ozzy Osbourne, Aerosmith, a ton of bands. And there are a ton of hits that have been recorded here, and majority of them you have probably sang along to in your lifetime. And I didn't know any of this. So let's go check it out, and let's see how intertwined Vancouver is with the music industry. Let's go check it out. All right, so we have just arrived at what used to be known as Little Mountain Sound. Let's go check it out. Standing right in the spot where Loverboy would have been standing for the photo, you can see a church steeple back there and this stone structure as they're sitting by the car for the picture. Now, behind this gray building lies a huge piece of music history. Little Mountain Sound. This place in the 80s and 90s, you could find Bon Jovi and Metallica recording Slippery When Wet or the Black Album. You could find Aerosmith recording Permanent Vacation. You could find Motley Crue recording Dr. Feelgood. Poison recording Flesh and Blood. You could find Loverboy recording multiple records. Yeah, AC/DC and Whitesnake. This place is hallowed ground if you're a music fan. I mean, I can guarantee that some of your favorite songs were recorded right here. And I didn't know until now. But let's actually take a little bit of a dive into watching Metallica talk about working with Bob Rock, one of the producers at Little Mountain Sound.
This all here first, huh?
None more.
Exciting, huh? Spinal Tap.
The answer is none more.
I think we kind of all fessed up to the fact that we just needed to bring somebody else into our tightly knit organization and work with us in the studio. And the only name that actually ever came up was this guy named Bob Rock. So me and James flew up to Vancouver, hung out with him for a couple days, and it was like the vibe was there right away.
One of the first bands I ever did.
I'll let you guys duke it out on this one, because frankly, I don't give a What is your problem?
I don't
The
have
heavy
a problem.
guitars aren't loud enough.
Okay. He walked in and said dynamics when they come in, you don't sense that the heavy guitar is coming.
Right,
That
they're
goes
not
up
loud
with
enough.
the rest of the shit.
They're not loud enough.
Just trying to get a new scenery, but looks like crap. But anyway, you can see Motley Crue in an interview talking about Little Mountain Sound too, right here.
Bands after their second or third album just like, yeah, we're doing another album. But we're like, yeah, man. You know, that's why we all went up to Vancouver, and like just the four of us just went up. We got apartments in the heart of Vancouver and lived there for 4 months just so we can get this vibe happening, you know. And like we're all like best buds, and it's like, man, it's like the album. It's like Motley, you know. We're just psyched. I mean, you can even see them recording Dr. Feelgood in the dirt on Netflix. And I don't know for sure if it's supposed to take place in Little Mountain Sound, the scene, but it'd be cool if it was. I don't know for sure. So while I was doing research, I found this interview with Bon Jovi talking about the making of Slippery When Wet. And he talks about going and doing a photo shoot at like a coal mine. And I was wondering if he went to Britannia Mine Museum with the band. We've been there a couple times in past videos. I don't know for sure if it's that mine, but it'd be pretty cool if it was.
About 6 weeks. This is a great little folklore story. It's true. And the album was meant to be called Wanted Dead or Alive. And we all grew beards. And we took these pictures in this coal mine. And we had long dusters on and beards and mustaches. And we turned in the album cover. And the record company got the picture and they said, over our dead bodies. Like, there is zero chance that we're letting you guys turn into mountain men after 2 records. And I took a black hefty garbage bag, squirted it with water, wrote Slippery When Wet, and said, here's your album cover.
So as we walk around this corner, this whole wall used to be filled with graffiti by fans who were professing their love to their favorite bands that recorded right at this studio. And David Lee Roth even commissioned somebody to put a mural up here, and we'll get into that story a little bit later. Now, a lot of Vancouverites claim that there are two main reasons why the mural in the back of Little Mountain Sound got painted over. Now, number one,
Dave Roth, trapped in a desperate struggle against time. Will he be able to take the stage armed with nothing but a microphone and the will to survive?
I'm not saying this is me, this is just what a lot of people believe. Back in the day, a lot of bands came here because it wasn't so public. They had their own space. They could sit and be creative and not worry about fans coming up to them. It was a more relaxed area. David Lee Roth, who's no stranger to rock and roll lore at all with his M&Ms or anything like that, he came here and it was heavily publicized. He would reserve a spot in the Cecil Strip Club almost every night, and he'd bring security to shoo away any fan who got a little too close to him. And he was noted saying that, hey man, Vancouver, it's not the ocean, it's not the beaches, it's not the mountains, it's the strippers. And what did he do in tribute of all the Vancouver strippers that he loved oh so much? Well, he commissioned a mural to put on the back of Little Mountain Sound. A nude girl on the back of Little Mountain Sound. So, that was the first reason. He had done multiple things. He had claimed that they were staying in the Nelson to give him and his band a little bit of an edgier, look, when really they were staying in the Le Meridien, which is a very nice hotel in downtown. He would claim that, he took a chainsaw through the wall to make his room bigger, and it was classic giving it to the media so they could feed off it and make a story. Now, number two, a lot of people near the end of Little Mountain Sound's mural in the back were writing things about the woman that was painted on the back. There was more commentary about that than the love of the bands. And there was a picnic table back there that had a bunch of bands that were on there, and they scraped them in, and there was doodles. But there was also a lot of styrofoam cups and garbage lying around everywhere. So the city kind of had enough. And they came to Little Mountain Sound and they said, hey, you're going to need a mural permit for your back wall. And it's going to cost a whopping $134. Now you may be thinking, Tuck, inflation, it doesn't seem like a lot now, but back then maybe it did seem, a little bit more on the expensive side. Sure, but, well, I've literally listed some of the bands that have walked in that door, and I don't think $134 is really an issue. But anyway, against the policy of do not censor, the city of Vancouver demanded that they paint over it. So there you go. A nice little beautiful gray wall for you. And that's what this channel is about for me. Bringing to light the history of places that maybe you never knew had this much significance. I never knew. I know there's probably a bunch of Vancouverites who were around back then or who know people who worked there, but I didn't know. And that's what this channel is. It's not only checking off places on my list to go check out, but it's also showing the history and the monumentous moments that have been captured in these places that some people just don't know. It's bringing to light these special places. Now, a normal building that's now just painted gray housed some of the greatest bands at some of the greatest moments in their careers. I personally believe that this building should be a National Historic Landmark because of the significance in music industry that this building has. But anyway, sorry to leave it on such a serious note, but I'll be right back with another video. I hope you guys have a great week. I'll see you next time. Peace!